Right. Under grade 7, we have already discussed about our first chapter, so which is plant diversity. And now we have started our new chapter, which is static electricity. So one of the most interesting chapters in this book, right? Because static electricity is not that difficult to create, but the thing is, static electricity has limitations. So we cannot basically consume static electricity much, but there are some applications, right? So I asked you to explore about these possibilities when related to static electricity. Okay. Then this experiment we discussed, right? Like what will attract and what will repel, repulsion and the attraction. We have discussed about the straw, this one, drinking straw, the repulsion and the attraction. So if you want, let me show a small video on this very quickly. Okay, see this.
Today I'm going to show you a great little trick, a great little experiment that
this is similar to the one that we have
static
discussed
electricity.
in the book.
All you need for this is a straw, can, something like a bottle cap. So all you do with our straw is give that a good rub, or
he's rubbing against his hair.
So it gets nicely charged. Your straw has been rubbed in your hair for a little bit. Then now's the time to put it, balance it on the
then
top
it's
of
balancing
the
on top of this.
And
you can see it attract.
I touch my finger next to
the hand, finger.
straw.
But do not touch this because touching will not
follows my finger around a static charge.
And you can see it will attract to the finger.
So the straw is statically charged up with the static electricity and it becomes attracted to my finger.
But if you use another straw, if you use another straw, you can see the repulsion. Repulsion කියලා කියන්නේ මොනවාද? විකර්ෂණය. තව straw එකක් ගත්තොත් එක જાතිය වනේ. තව straw එකක් මේ වගේ ආරෝපණය කරලා ගත්තොත් if you rub this against hair and take another straw, so you can see the repulsion. So this will repel. Okay. Right. So then how this is generated, we have learned. So when you rub against your hair or rub against a cloth or wool, so what will happen? The positive and negative charges, it will exchange. So positive will go to one side and negatives will go to another side. So that is why this is statically charged, because of the rubbing, right? Because of rubbing. So that is why it is statistically charged, right? Because of rubbing. And this is basically to explore again neutralization of charged objects during the exchange of electricity charges. So how neutralizing happens? Because you can see one is charged positive, the other one is charged negative. Then if you try to touch them, right? If you try to touch them after attraction, yes, what will happen? So you need a glass rod and ebonite. Ebonite is, I said, hard rubber, right? ebonite කියලා කියන්නේ මොනවාද? hard rubber. Hard rubber කියන්නේ ටිකක් අර higher rubber දණ්ඩක්. තමයි මේ ebonite කියලා කියන brand එක තමයි තියෙන්නේ. හැබැයි ඒක rubber දණ්ඩක් තමයි. ඉතින් මේ දෙක ගන්න හේතුව glass rod will be positively charged and ebonite is negatively charged. That is the reason. So as I remember, it is positive, negative. I'm not sure. So you have to check this. Actually, you have to. So anyway, either those two will charge differently, right? Not same. And piece of silk cloth and piece of woolen, because silk cloth will charge another one, and the woolen one will charge another one. So that is the reason. Then two strands, pieces of threads. Okay, rub the silk cloth against the glass, silk and the glass rod, and woolen cloth against the ebonite, because silk can charge very quickly the glass one, and the woolen cloth can charge ebonite ones. So then you have to hang both and bring those close to each other slowly, and you can see these are attracted to each other. And so then repeat the previous step several times to observe what will happen. If you try to do this several times, if you try to attract them several times, right? So then same observation in the previous occasion, can you observe that? But this will slowly, what will happen? This will slowly neutralize. Neutralize means this positive and negative charge will not be there after some time. It will neutralize. Both will be neutralized. So this charge will be removed. That is the next thing. Even though you charge this, charge කළා තියාගත්තට ටිකක් වෙලා මේ දෙක touch කරන්න නැත්නම් ගාවල attract කරගන්න attract වෙන්න දුන්නම ටිකක් වෙලාවකින් මොකද වෙන්නේ? මේ positives negatives exchange වෙලා මේ දෙන්න ආපහු සාමාන්‍ය තත්ත්වයටපත් වෙනවා. They will discharge. Right? It is observed that the positively and negatively charged rods attract the first time, but they neither attract or repel when they brought together repeatedly. Not the second time, maybe third time, fourth time. They will not attract or not repel. Not doing anything because it is neutralized. Right? Because these are exchanging charges. In the attraction, they are exchanging the charges. Negatives will go to the positives and positives will go to the negatives. Therefore, it will neutralize. Okay, then, so I said this to you as well. So let's see whether you have done this or not. Have you found the places where static electricity is used? Where this static electricity is used? Any places? Can you tell me? Examples. Yes, quickly tell me today.
When TV is on for a long time.
Can you repeat today? Hello? I couldn't hear you. Can you repeat?
When TV is on for a long time.
When TV is, no, I'm asking where this is used. Where this is used. I'm not asking where this you can see. I'm asking the uses of static electricity. Uses of static electricity.
Using in ironing boxes.
Ironing? Yes.
Static electricity for printers and photocopy.
Yes, it can be used in printouts and photocopies. Very well. How you have browsed this, ne? එහෙම නැතුව මං කිව්ව ගිය සතියේ හොයන්න කියලා printouts and photocopies. Basically, when you are using that toners, basically the toner, how toner work and all toners දන්නවනේ ඒවා තියෙන්නේ මේ වගේ මොනවාගේ දන්නවද? Toners තියෙන්නේ, you can see the toners in laser printers. Have you heard about laser printers? Laser printers laser printers, inkjet, bubble jet, inkjet, bubble jet, and laser printers. Do you know laser printers? No. Yes. Have you heard of? Okay. Laser printers are used here. Laser printers and even photocopy machines. Okay. Let's see here. How toner works laser printer. So let's see. Okay. This video should explain us. I'm using another one. Let me show that using those. Okay, this we have learned. We will learn in ICT, but I think you are in grade 7 still. Therefore, we have not discussed this yet.
Hey, welcome back to tonercentral.com's informative
Okay,
video.
this is a printer 3D view.
How a laser printer works. The first thing that happens is a laser unit fires a charged beam onto a mirror, drawing the shape of the image. This mirror reflects the beam onto the OPC drum, which creates a negatively charged image on the drum unit. The drum then rotates past the toner hopper, attracting the positively charged toner particles as it passes. The paper is simultaneously fed under the drum and receives the positively charged toner particles. The paper and toner particles are then passed in between a ceramic fusing element, which melts the toner onto the paper as it exits the printer. Thanks for watching, and remember,
Okay, this is very quick.
the first thing that happens is
discussion.
a laser unit fires a charged beam onto a mirror, drawing the shape of the image.
Okay,
This
actually
mirror
this
reflects
laser beam is doing the charging here, right?
the beam onto the OPC drum, which creates a negatively charged image on the drum unit. The drum then rotates past the toner hopper, attracting the positively charged toner particles as it passes.
So basically first you can see, I think you can, you have heard what they said. So drum is basically, it's creating the negatively charged image, and therefore so it will attract the positively charged ink to it. And that positively charged ink then will be placed in the paper. After that, what will happen?
The paper is simultaneously fed under the drum and receives the positively charged toner particles. The paper and toner particles are then passed in between a ceramic fusing element, which melts the toner.
Actually, then it will be sent through a kind of iron, and it will melt and attract this ink dust to the paper. That is what happened. This is use of static electricity. Practical application, how it is used, a practical application in toners and in laser printers, even in photocopy machines. This is another one.
Filled with toner, but an assembly of more than 80 different components, performance engineered exclusively for the printer for which it was designed. It's the heart of the printing process. How does a laser printer transform characters into hard copy? There are 6 distinct processes involved in producing a laser printed page, all of which occur within the cartridge. Lexmark laser technology uses an electrophotographic process to transfer digital data to paper. The process begins with the charge roller, which applies a uniform charge to the surface of the photoconductor drum. Photoconductor drums are highly sophisticated components, precisely formulated to the power and wavelength of the laser print engine for which they are designed. The laser strikes the photoconductor drum up to 65 million times a second, creating a chemical reaction that discharges the areas that are negatively charged, resulting in an electrostatic image. Next, the image is developed. The toner adder roll coats the developer roll with toner while electrostatically charging the particles. As the toner is placed on the developer roll, a leveling device called a doctor blade evens the toner to a thickness of approximately 15 microns, just slightly thicker than a strand of silk. As the developer roll and photoconductor drum come into contact, the negatively charged toner is attracted to the discharged areas of the drum. When the paper passes under the drum, the transfer roller applies a slight electrical charge, causing the toner to move from the drum to the paper. The drum rotates up to 2 revolutions per second, timed with the exact speed of the paper, ensuring a complete image transfer. Next, the image is made permanent through a combination of precisely controlled heat and pressure. As the paper approaches, the fuser rollers heat up to 225 degrees Celsius. In just 23 thousandths of a second, the powdered toner reaches its melting point and bonds onto the page. The melting point of Lexmark toners are specifically formulated for our printer's fuser temperatures, ensuring satisfactory prints and protecting the life of the fuser. The final step in the imaging process readies the cartridge to print a new page. The cleaning blade gently removes any stray particles of toner, and the drum is ready to be written anew. During the life of an average Lexmark cartridge, this electrophotographic process is repeated more than 100,000 times.
Okay. Again, more detailed one. So again, there's something called drum. A drum කියන එක තමයි ඉස්සලම charge වෙන්නේ. Drum එක negatively charge වෙනවා. ඒ negatively charge වෙන්නේ image එකේ තියෙන detail අනුව. Right? According to image detail, drum is negatively charged. Right? Drum is negatively charged according to the image detail. Then image details are recorded in the drum. Then this positively charged, negative eකට positive attract වෙනවනේ. These positively charged ink particles are attract to that. After that, it will be transferred to the paper. Then when paper it will be transferred to the paper, but it is a dust. So this dust need to be sealed. There are a few seconds seal it is melting closer to 200 degrees of Celsius and then seal the paper. Print out once you take a print out, you can again iron it and remove it. Try kala balan. Harida me photocopy එකක් හරි print out එකක් හරි ගත්තම ඔයාලට පුළුවන් iron කරලා ඔකේ තින්ත ටිකක් රත් වෙනකොට අයින් වෙලා යනවා melt වෙලා. You can check that. If you melt this again, if you try to melt this again, then you can remove some letters and images from the laser printout. You can give a try. Okay, is there any other usages other than that? Another usages තියෙන්නේ static electricity. What are the other usages? Yes. Yes. Any other things? Static electricity. Any other usages of static electricity? No, nothing. It can be used for dust removal. All right, make a carton. Dust removal. This can be static.
Lightning.
How we can use that? Lightning can use to charge. Sometimes this, lightning rods can be charged using lightning. That is used for some other purpose. But lightning directly after the natural phenomena. That is natural phenomena. But there are some usages. So normally we can generate lightning, but it is basically usage wise, no big usage other than charging these lightning rods and all. Okay, removing dust using static electricity is another. Right. Removing dust using static electricity. Right. So this is another usage. Static dust lifter for this is for evidence connection. So basically dust collection or dust removal can be done using that. That is another thing. You can just go through these videos and I'm not going to show each and everything. That is another usage of static electricity. Okay, lightning. Lightning, it is in the book. Let's see how it happens. Lightning. I was showing some images to you using that. So this is not related to the lesson, but just because I couldn't show you in grade 6 for some of you, so I decided to show it today. So this is not new technology, but this is a very useful thing that you can use for your education purposes. So we have learned how to create a microscope. We have learned how to create a microscope in our grade 6, but some of you were there, some of you were not there. Here I'm using microscope. This is actually the special microscope is this is digital one. Digital one means when I use the microscope, live image you can see in my screen. Can you see? This is a live image of a desk. Desk surface. My desk matu pitak pane. It is a live image of desk surface. Desk surface. Sticker and this is a live image of a cloth. A cloth. A live image of a cloth. Can you see? Wait. You can see that, but this one, I think you need to increase. All right, you can see. Can you see? This is a cloth. How it is weaved and all. Really kaalak. Me tiyenne tawa cloth ekak balana. Can you see? Small threads are there. The nool goda tiyena. Nool walin thamai eka hadila tiyena. And this one is another cloth. Can you see? This is another cloth. This is really magnified view of that cloth. Light is too much. I think I have reduced the light. Okay, now you can see it. This is a magnified view of the cloth. Right? And so interestingly, this is your monitor or screen. Right? Monitor or the screen. It has RGB bulbs. Can you see? This is your monitor screen. It has red, green, and blue bulbs. RGB bulbs. Red, green, and blue bulbs. But this is in white color areas, right? When you move to the black color area, some කියන තැනට අරන් යනවා. SOM කියලා some කියලා තියෙන screen එකේ පේනවා. ඔන්න මම එතනට හිමීට අරන් යනවා microscope එක. Here you can see these are letters නේ. එතකොට මේ can you see these dark areas? Yes, පුතේ. මේ තියෙන letter O එක. Can you see this? This is letter O. Let me. Oh, this is too heavy. I think I have reduced the size. Okay, this is letter O. And letter I. Can you see? These letters are, how these letters are appearing? These letters are appearing by turning the bulbs off. If you turn off the bulb, then these letters will appear. If you turn off the bulb, then these letters will appear. Okay, here. So this I letter, these different letters, black and this black areas actually shows the letters. When you turn off the bulbs, this happens. This is Y. Another letter is Y, letter Y. And when you place this in a blue color area, can you see? Green and blue bulbs only, right? Cyan color එක තියෙනවනේ දර assignment 2.1 එකට යටින් තියෙන්නේ පුතේ. පේනවද? ඒකේ red color එක අඩුයි නේද? Can you see? It is only mostly it is blue and green color. එතන assignment 2.1 කියන එක blue මනේ තියෙන්නේ. When I move there, see here, when I move there, it is blue bulbs only. Can you see? Only the blue bulbs. එතකොට මේ bulbs පාට වෙන red, green, blue තුනම තියෙනවා නම් මොකක්ද color එක? If you can see the red, green, blue, all three, what is the color?
White.
White, white. If no colors are there, no red, no green, no blue, then color is black.
Black.
Black. No red, no green, no blue, it is black. That is why the black letters appears. This is the orange color area. Orange color area ke බලන්න තියෙන්නේ රතුයි, red, and more likely you can see the red color and the green color. Blue color is not there. Okay. This is whose face is this? And this is, I think, Sanu, this face. Right? Can you see red color fixers and all? Mostly red and green color fixers. So why? Because of your picture. Right? Green color fixers, red color fixers, etc. Okay. So what's your question, Puti? I started 8. I started at 8. Usually last week also I started at 8. Right? Saif, you are not in the group. Sorry, Saif, you are not in the group. Saif, group again at the. So I think you have to be in the group, right? Saif, I will ask from how the Miss Gavesha whether why you are not getting the message on time. Should be there in the group. This is my laptop surface. This is my laptop surface. Laptop එක surface එක බලන්න පේන විදිහ. And this is my mobile phone screen. Can you see the letters in mobile phone screen? With the RGB letters පේනවද? Oh, very tiny, right? Very tiny RGB pixels in the mobile phone, right? You can see how these things are done. You can see how letters are created neither. Okay. Right? So this will be interesting. Right? Use this microscope and learn about new thing. You can look at the plants, you can look at the clothes. You can look at different things, objects. Right? This is a currency note. You can see the printout, how printout is done. Using the color dots, right? This is a currency note. Can you see the color dots there? Different color dot patterns. This is how, by painting these color dots only, using these color dots only, it comes. When a printout appears with a printout, color dots. This is a printout. Can you see the color dots? You know the printout color dots. I think a dot tama print lati. Blue color and then black color dots. Okay, here some other color dots. Can you see in letters? Some other color dots. These dots are used to create the images. අපිට පෙන්වන්නට print out එක ලස්සනට ලොකු කරලා බලුවම මේ dots තියෙන්නේ හරි. These color dots are there in a printout. And this is this is basically this is color dots in an ATM card. Color dots in an ATM card. Here. ATM card. This is how the letters are appearing. The embossed letters. Okay. So do this experiment and get exposure to your subject. So this is digital light microscope. Because in your one you have the compound light microscope now, but this one is digital light microscope. It's not compound. And if you want to see the skin, this is how the skin looks like. This is how your skin looks like. Okay, now skin. Skin has the skin cells, and this is how it looks like. Right? If you are learning science, you need to explore, right? Okay. I am using high view as a tool to show you this. Okay, Pute, I think you got some exposure. Side, I will send a message to if you are not in the group, you can just join to the group. So why you are not in the group? Not sure why. So let me check with Ms. Gavesha. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I passed the message. Okay, phenomena associated with the static electricity. ස්ථිතික විද්‍යුතයෙන් ස්ථිතික විද්‍යුතය කියලා අපි කියන්නේ වෙන දේවල්. See, lightning. Right? Lightning with or without rain. Sometimes with the rain also, it can be. Without rain also, it can be like dangerous, hazardous. Why? This is actually static. These charges are generated on the clouds. So see how powerful these are. This can even burn, destroy something. Because these static electricity charges are really powerful. Right? And actually they have not really found that, but there are some explanations. Cannot say that it is not found. There are some explanations. But still there are arguments. Right? It believes that static electric charges occurs by rubbing the particles of ice and water one another. Ice ui waturai එකට එක ඇතිල්ලලා මේක හැදෙන්නේ කියලා හිතනවා මේ charges. These charges are really powerful, and even it can destroy buildings, it can destroy statues, can destroy trees, even it can kill people. Right? How powerful that is, the kochchara powerful. If you have a mechanism of creating static electricity in this way, we can give power these days. මේ කාලේ current එක දෙන්නත් මේ ක්‍රමය යොදා ගන්න තිබ්බනම් කොහොමදනේ? So you can think of that. Because a lot of power cuts are there, because we are suffering from the so if you can rub the ice and water and create the electricity, wow, you can rub water පුළුවන් නම් ice ui වතුරයි එකිනෙකට ගැටෙන්න සලස්සලා ඇතිල්ලෙන්න සලස්සලා current එක හදා ගන්න shock නේ. Right? You can give a try, you can do research on this. Right? You can do research on this and try. Okay. The sudden spark of these static electric charges either inside the cloud or in between two clouds or between the cloud and the earth. The cloud එකකින් තව cloud එකකට යන වෙලාවල් තියෙනවා. ඒතර cloud එකකින් cloud එක ඇතුළේම මේවා spark වෙන වෙලාවල් තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම cloud එකකින් එළියට ඇවිල්ලා පොළවටම එන වෙලාවලුත් තියෙනවා. This is called lightning. But cloud and earth එක තමයි අපි කියන්නේ lightning කියලා. Okay. So the scientific so this Benjamin Franklin was the first to carry out experiment on the lightning. So once he sent a kite up to a cloud while there was a lightning, static electric charge in cloud was discharged to the earth. Benjamin Franklin, he want to experiment the lightning, and what he has done, he has sent a kite to a cloud. වලාකුලකට සරුංගලයක් ඇවල මේ අකුණු ගහන වෙලාවේ. කරන්න එපා. So these are dangerous experiments. He has sent kite up to a cloud while there was lightning, and the static electric charges in the cloud were discharged to the earth. එතකොට මොකද වෙලා තියෙන්නේ? මේ වෙවිලා discharge වෙලා තියෙනවා. පොළවට discharge වෙලා තියෙනවා. So he is the first one. Okay. So another thing is emitted tick sound when ironing the clothes. Cloth ready iron කරනකොට tick කියන sound එකක් එනවා. This actually when you iron, so basically silk clothes, and so this is because of your hair or arm attached to the silk cloth giving a tick sound when you iron them. The reason is like generation of static electric charge when iron comes into contact with the silk cloth එක iron එක contact with ඒ වගේ static electricity එකක් generate වෙනවා. ඒක අතේ ගෑවෙද්දී ඒක මොනවාද spark මේ discharge attract. So that is another thing. Attraction of hair. attraction of hair on the arm towards the TV screen. TV screen එකට සමහරට යාලා අත ලං කරන්න මේ මෙන්න මේ අතේ මේ උඩ හරිය වගේ වැලමිට හරිය වගේ ලං කරාම එතන තියෙන අපේ තියෙන අර hair ඒක attract වෙනවා TV එක පැත්තට නිකන් ඇලෙනවා වගේ තේරෙනවා. Because there is a accumulated static electricity charges on the TV screen. මේක ඉස්සර පරණ මොනිටර් වලත් තිබ්බා. ඉස්සර තිබ්බ CRT ලොකු මොනිටර්ස් තිබ්බනේ අර පෙට්ටියක් වගේ. ඒ මොනිටර්ස් වලත් මේ static electricity issue එක නෙමෙයි ඒක තිබ්බා. එතකොට ඒ වගේ ළඟ අත ගෑවෙනකොට අර අපි අතේ තියෙන මේවා hair is still attract to that. Right? And static electricity used in electronics. Sorry.
shopping bag
shopping bag එකේ තර shopping bag එක රබ් වෙලා තියෙද්දි කොහේ හරි රබ් වෙලා නැත්නම් cloth එක හරි වෙන කොහේ හරි ඒක ඇතිලිලා තියෙද්දි අපේ අත ගෑවෙනකොට shopping bag එක අපේ අතේ වූල් වලට ඇලෙනවා වගේ තේරෙනවා. යායකට ඇලෙනවා වගේ තේරෙනවා. That is also there. Okay, in electric circuits, capacitors, right? In capacitors also, the static electricity is used, right? A capacitor, capacitors දැකලා ඉතින් පොඩි barrel වගේ තියෙන item එක තමයි capacitor කියන්නේ electric circuit. Okay, so here actually what they are suggesting to use 2 aluminum sheets approximately of 15 by 15 centimeter, 2 pieces of wires, and galvanometer is to measure, and polythene sheet and 2 dry cells, sellotape and the rubber band. So what you are going to do, connect 2 pieces of wire to the aluminum sheet. Aluminum sheet දෙකක් කපලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. මේ aluminum තහඩු තියෙන කඩවල ගන්න hardware වල පුනි aluminum තහඩු දෙකක් ගත්තා. So just cut 15 by 15 and so 2 pieces of wires you have to connect to it. Then place the polythene sheet in between the aluminum sheets. Make it the polythene එකක් තියෙන. ඒතකොට ඒක touch වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Because polythene is, it's not a conductor. It's not sending the. Then hold the aluminum sheet securely without letting them touch each other, and use sellotape of polythene or sellotape of or rubber bands. හරි මේ දෙක දැන් එකට කරලා තියන්න ඕන. You have to hold this aluminum sheet securely. හැබැයි මේ දෙක touch වෙන්න දෙන්නේ නැහැ. So in between there is this plastic or polythene layer. So then you can put a sellotape and connect this free ends of the wires to the dry cell. Keep for some time. ඊට පස්සේ මේ දෙපැත්ත අපි connect කරනවා. We have to connect this to the dry cells. Battery දෙකකට වගේ connect කරලා තියෙනවා. Remove the cells. Now connect the wire to the galvanometer and observe instantly. හරි. දැන් මේ ඊට පස්සේ ටිකක් වෙලා තියලා ඉවරලා මේ sheet දෙක මෙහෙම තියලා ටිකකින් මොකද කරන්නේ? You have to connect this edge and this edge to the galvanometer and observe instantly. අග්ගාලා බලන්න ඕනේ මොකද මේක චුට්ටක් වෙලා තිබිලා මේක නැති වෙලා යනවා. මේ capacitors වල තියෙන්නේ කොහොමයි? Capacitors කියලා කියන්නේ ධාරිත්‍රක. ඒවා අපිට charge කරලා තියන්න පුළුවන් පොඩි electricity එකක් එක තියෙනවා. හැබැයි එක තප්පරෙන් අයින් වෙලා යනවා. එක තප්පර දශම ගානෙන් අයින් වෙනවා. එහෙනම් තමයි galvanometer එක ටක් ගාලා බලන්න කියලා තියෙන්නේ. Observe this galvanometer instantly. ඉක්මනට බලන්න ඕනේ. බලනකොටම ටික් ගාලා ඒක අයින් වෙලා යනවා. Right? So this experiment, I'm not sure whether I can show you a video on this. මටම තමයි ඒක කරලා දාන්න වෙන්නේ ඔක හිතන්න. පේන්න නෑනේ. නෑ. No, පුතේ. It should be there, but it will take some time to search that video. Therefore, I will upload a video on this, right? I'll upload a video on this and you can see that, right? See the observation. So other than a galvanometer, you can even use a simple like something like LED bulb, right? Actually, this is the behavior of capacitor. ධාරිත්‍රකයක් කියන්නේ කෙටි වෙලාවකට static electricity තියාගන්න පුළුවන් එකක් තමයි අපි ධාරිත්‍රකයක් කියන්නේ. Right? A capacitor can store static electricity for a short time. So when it is connected to the galvanometer, it will be discharged. That is why you will be observing that. You have to observe that soon. If a galvanometer connect කරපු හැටි මේ charge එක අයින් වෙලා යනවා. Actually, because of this capacitor, sometimes have you do you know the flash of these cameras? Camera flashes. Camera flashes දැකලා තියෙනවද? අර මේ flash speed lights කියලා කියනවා, flashes කියලා කියනවා. මේවයි capacitors තියෙනවා පුතේ. මේවයින් ඔයාලා මට නම් අත්දැකීමක් තියෙනවා හැබැයි camera flash light capacitor. Okay, camera flash lights වල මෙන්න මේ වගේ capacitor එකක් තියෙනවා. There is a capacitor in this camera flash light, right? Basically, when you touch it, you will get a sudden electric shock. But you will get a very sudden electric shock. A very quick one. මොකද මේ capacitor එකේ ලොකු voltage එකක් ගබඩා වෙලා තියෙනවා. එතකොට මේක touch කරපු හැටි සමහරලාට ටක් ගාලා current එකක් වදිනවා. Camera flashes වල මේක වෙන්නේ. මේක touch කරපු එකක් නම් පේන්න නැතුව ඇති. Discharge කරන ඒවා නම් තියෙනවා. Discharge කරන එකෙන් බලන්න
Okay, so
මේකේ
we're gonna
තියෙන
just discharge a big capacitor just to see what a big current looks like. So I've ripped out a section of an old digital camera. You can see this, the flash circuit here. There's the flash bulb. This is a large capacitor, and there's a little switch here that we use. That would have been the button that you push to get the flash ready for your photo. And we're going to charge this capacitor up using a normal 1.5 volt battery. Okay, so we push this button. If you listen, you'll be able to hear the capacitor charging. Okay, it's charged. This thing is now kind of dangerous while it's charged. If you touch the two terminals of the capacitor there, you'll get a really, really big current flowing through your hand. We'll do it with a screwdriver, and you should be able to see quite a dramatic, large current flowing.
දැක්කද? Have you seen? Have you seen or not?
Yes, sir.
So if you haven't seen, I'll show it again, right? Then බලන්න, he's using a very small battery. මෙයා දාන්නේ මේ camera flash එකකට use කරන්නේ මාර පුංචි battery එකක්. Can you see? It's only 1.5 volt battery. This one.
And we're going to charge this capacitor up using a normal 1.5 volt battery.
Yeah, 1.5 volt battery. හරි. එතකොට ලොකු current එකක්.
Push this button.
ඒ battery
Listen,
නෑනේ,
you'll
ඔය battery
hear
එකෙන්
the
current එක
capacitor
වදින්නේ
charging.
නෑ පුතේ. Right? 1.5 volt battery එකක් කියන්නේ pentorch battery එකක්. So normal pentorch battery. It's not giving any spark. එකෙන් spark වෙලා current එක වදින්නේ නෑ. But what this capacitor do? What this capacitor does? This flash is converting it to big voltage. අර 1.5 තියෙන එක යා ලොකු voltage එකට convert කරනවා. The flash එකේ අර ටක් ගන්න ටික් ගන්න වදින්නේ මේ flash එක. So it's converted into a very big voltage. හරි. So after putting the battery, it will store everything in this capacitor. See what will happen when එයා ඊට පස්සේ කරන්නේ අග්‍ර දෙක spark කරනවා.
Okay, it's charged. This thing is now kind of dangerous while it's charged. If you touch the two terminals of the capacitor there, you'll get a really, really big current flowing through your hand. We'll do it with a screwdriver, and you should be able to see quite a dramatic, large current flowing. Cool. So that's a good little
Okay.
demo of what a big
You
current.
can try to do this experiment, but you have to find a camera flash. So if you can find a camera flash, you can try to do this. This is මොකද මේක මට වෙලා තියෙනවා කියන්නේ without, like, I didn't know this. when I was like a child like you, but I was older than you. හැබැයි මම එහෙම ඉගෙනගෙන තිබ්බේ නැහැ මේකේ capacity එකේ මෙච්චර static voltage එකක් තියෙනවා කියලා. So accidentally I have like I experiment this short circuiting and I was really afraid, right? Because it was a very මොකද මේ off කළා තිබ්බ කැමරාවක් අයින් කළා තිබ්බ කැමරාවක් ගලවනකොට so accidentally I got this capacitor short circuited and I saw it's a very big current and I was really afraid. So මෙච්චර current එකක් මේකේ ඇතුලේ කොහොමද තිබ්බේ මෙච්චර පාවිච්චි කරලත් නැතුව කියලා මම සෑහෙන බය වුණා because I didn't know that this was that much of this is a large capacitor මේ තියෙන මේ barrel වගේ එක තමයි capacitor එක කියන්නේ. This capacitor can store a very large current there. So that is why after discharge if you try to discharge again nothing will happen, right? මොකද ඒක එකපාරින් යනවා. ආයේ current එක යනවා කියලා.
Capacitor for senior physics.
And after that you will not be able to see any current. And that is how the static voltage is used there. So now we have learned different applications and how capacitors work. It's static. This is what the capacitor is, and this is a symbol. So this capacitor again, unlike the so positive and like details like chargeable voltage, positive, negative terminals, and all these things are mentioned in these capacitors. Right? You have to find like the now actually there's the activity. So this is called MIEEE. You are measuring the capacity using MIEEE. Right? And here, so this is one experiment to test this capacitor again. So up to now, we have discussed interesting usages and applications of static electricity. Here, this is called microfarad. So MIEEE, read as MIEEE. The capacity of the capacitor is measured on farads. Farads are in money. So basically, we can measure that using a galvanometer, but it is very quickly discharging. So it is measured in MIEEE, microfarad. Right? Capacitor capacity is measured. The amount of its static electricity charge, amount of electric charge, basically in the capacitor is measured using farad. Actually, symbol is microfarad. MIEEE. Right? This is how you are measuring it. And let's see what this experiment is. So again, this is similar to what you saw now. Connect the piece of wire to the terminals of the capacitor and connect it to dry cell, and after a few seconds remove the dry cell. That will charge the capacitor. Keep at the bum over the dry cell again or a capacitor charge, right? Then remove that. Right, but here then you have to check the LED. In order to check the LED, you have to connect the positive terminal of the dry cell should connect to the positive terminal of LED. Right, then capacitor and LED need to be connected. This is the first attempt, first one. So you are charging this, and this is the second one. Then you are checking this. Right, the reason for lighting the LED is discharging of charges stored in the capacitor. You will see the lightning in LED, but that will soon discharge. Discharge. The reason is the capacitor is charged using the connected electricity in the dry cells, but once it is connected to something, it will be discharged. So capacitors are used in many circuits. This static electricity is needed, so it is used in many circuits. Okay, I think now we have done up to here. The summary of the lesson is basically we have learned about the static electricity soon. And we learned a lot of experiments to do about the static electricity. And we have learned how these charges are stored and also the examples for static electricity and usages of it. And I invite you to find more usages of static electricity. And also, I need you to explore the possibilities, right? Practical possibilities of, I need you to explore the practical possibilities of generating artificial lightning. Artificial lightning. This will be an interesting thing. Artificial කෘතිමව අකුණු හදන්න. හරිද? කෘතිමව අකුණු හදාගන්න. පුළුවන්ද? කොහොමද ඒව හදන්නේ? I need you to explore that. මේකේ result එකක් විදිහට අපි චුට්ටක් බලමු. කෘතිමව අකුණු හදන්නේ කොහොමද? එහෙම අපිට හදන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Using static electricity, can we do that? Let's do that experiment. When you come to the next class, come up with that experiment. So I'll stop from here then. Good night. See you all next week.
Good night, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.